Hi Rain. Today I'm going to show you something I built. It's called an herb spiral. Do you know what a spiral is? That's this kind of shape. Goes around and around and gets bigger and bigger, and then it ends up over there. So that's a spiral shape. And it's called an herb spiral because the kind of plants I planted in here are herbs. And I'm going to jump down off the edge now. Okay, this is the herb spiral. And the reason you plant it in a spiral is because some plants like to be very dry. And so you plant them at the top. So the water runs down off of those plants. And some plants like to be wet. They like a lot of water. And so I plant those plants closer to the bottom here, where the water runs down and collects. And sometimes I even have a puddle down here. So whether the plant likes dry or wet, it'll be happy. And the other thing about an herb spiral is it's hard to tell because this is not a sunny day today, but this side is on the south side, and that means it gets lots of sun. So any plants that like to be in the sun, I plant on this side. But that means that this other side is in the shade. See, these little plants here, they're getting shade from the side of from the bricks here. So the sun doesn't hit them as much. So if they like shade, they'll be happier over here. So you can get lots of different kinds of plants that like lots of different kinds of things. They're all planted here together in one spot, and they're all happy. Isn't that cool? Now some of these are still very, very little. They're just barely popping up. Like this is going to be, see how tiny they are? This is going to be angelica and sweet cecily over here. Now this is my parsley plant. And this is something called garlic chives. And do you recognize this? If you ever eat at a restaurant, sometimes they'll put little pieces of parsley on your plate because it's good to eat. And it helps with your stomach. So sometimes if people overeat, they can chew on a piece of parsley and feel better. So that's why they put parsley on your plate at restaurants. A lot of people don't know that. And this is something called winter savory. You see we have a big plant here, but then we also have some little bitty plants that I planted from seeds that are just starting to pop up. And they'll get big and look like this someday. And this is called lemon balm. And see, now we're to the part where it likes to be a little more wet and it likes a little more shade, but it also likes some sun. So we're getting over into the sunny side here. And this is basil. If you ever have pizza, this is one of the things that makes pizza taste so good. You take these leaves and you dry them and crush them up and cut them up and sprinkle them on your pizza or in your spaghetti and all sorts of other things. And this is thyme. And again, we have little bitty ones that are just popping up, but here's the big one. And this, I don't have any big ones yet. It's all little bitty ones. This is going to be something called salad burnet. And you can eat the leaves of that too. And then this, now we're getting into the things that like to be hot and dry. So this is sage. It also, you can dry the leaves and it tastes really good in things. If you ever have Thanksgiving dinner, they put sage in the stuffing. And this is tarragon. It's another thing that they put. Most of these, they're called herbs because they're used to flavor your food. This is chamomile. That one, actually, you make tea with that. And these are a couple different kinds of lavender. It's got a stick stuck in there. There it is. Lavender. It smells really good. But you can also make food with it, like cookies. You can make lavender cookies. So that's my herb spiral. I thought that was such a neat idea. Very clever. Lets you plant lots of different kinds of plants in the same space, and they're all happy. And it's right next to my back door. So if I need some plants to make things taste better while I'm cooking, I just run out the back door and grab some. Hope you like this. Love you, buddy. Bye.